The only way to restore vision loss from cataracts is through lens replacement surgery. More than 4 million North Americans have cataract surgeries every year.
June is Cataract Awareness Month. Did you know this?
I did not know, because I was Googling this, that you can start to see the signs of cataracts developing in your 40s and 50s, and most people get them later in life. But if things are getting a little cloudy and your vision at nighttime's getting weird, you might think, I think I should talk to an expert about this. And you're lucky because we happen to have an expert in the studio, ophthalmologist Dr. Stephen Schendel. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
What are the causes? What is a cataract anyway?
So if we kind of think of the eye like a camera, a cataract is really like a clouding of the lens that happens over time. So when we're born, we have a clear lens in the eye, and then each decade it gets a little bit more cloudy as we age. And usually by the time people get into their 60s, 70s, 80s, that can become something that affects the quality of their vision.
So how do we protect ourselves when we're younger and moving into middle age from developing the cloudiness? Is there a way to stave it off?
Yeah, I mean, I think, first of all, everybody eventually is going to get some degree of cataract, and that's a little more, a little less at different ages. So it's not something I think you're going to completely be able to avoid.
Right.
But we do counsel about sun protection, so UV protection is important to slow the progression of cataract. Usually a healthy kind of diet and leafy greens. Smoking cessation, or better yet, not starting smoking, is helpful too to prevent cataracts from growing.
A lot of people get freaked out when you're touching the eyes, you're cutting into them, and it's, oh my gosh, but it's actually something that's done all the time, and there are different options. There's not just one solution, there's different lenses you can choose from.
That's correct, yeah. So, when we do cataract surgery now, it's day surgery, so it's not like you have to come to the hospital and be put to sleep. The procedure's maybe, 15 or 20 minutes. We'll get you there a couple hours before surgery. We usually do, one eye at a time, so people sometimes think they're going to have both eyes. That's not the case. One eye at a time, and then really the surgery is about, it's not very long. We'll make some small incisions. We use an ultrasound probe that helps remove the cloudy cataract, and then we put in a new plastic artificial lens that lasts the rest of your life. And that's, a very successful surgery that, like you mentioned, is done very commonly.
Had this happen in my family recently. My stepdad, Bruce Bean, he was like, I got to do this. He was really nervous. Went in and had the one eye done, and he's like, I wish I'd known sooner. It was easier than going to the dentist.
Yeah.
What do people need to know about the healing time? Or, is it sensitive for a while? Any tips?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's course is going to be a little bit different, and I'm really thrilled to hear that your family member's experience was so good. I tell people 90% of the healing will be in about the first week, and the last 10% takes maybe 4 to 6 weeks. So, and that can be sooner. Like sometimes when I do surgery at the end of the week, by early the next week, people are saying, "Wow, that's really sharpening up." So generally, the recovery is pretty rapid, but some people have other eye conditions and health conditions that make it a little bit longer. But fortunately, that is a pretty common bit of feedback that we get.
He tossed his glasses.
Yeah. Well, and I have reading glasses in my purse, by the bed, over by the bathtub. Can you, does it also correct the short vision?
Yeah, so that's a good question. One of the things I mentioned with the operation is that we put an artificial lens in the eye. And just like if you go to the glasses, you'll be go to get glasses, you'll be presented with different options about, here's a single distance lens or a bifocal. We have some different options like that for cataract surgery. Now, I never tell people you're never going to need glasses.
Right.
I think, you absolutely. And I think it's typical, in fact, that most people do. But if we can move you from somebody who's needing glasses all the time to just needing it for some things or infrequently, that's a real big win. So yes, it's important to realize, when you're talking to your surgeon or your surgeon's team, you can ask about some of those different lenses out there, and you might want to talk about different hobbies that you have. For example, if you crochet a lot, that might be something valuable for that team to know.
Right.
If you like to ski a lot, that those pieces of information are very useful for the surgeon.
Well, get out your pens, because we actually have a website that I think you want to write down right now if you want to get more information, and it is SeeTheFullPicture.ca, and everything you need to know about cataracts, cataract surgery is right there. So thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Good to have you, Dr. Schendel. All right, we're still going to get you healthy. This time it's about sleep.
Yes, and you know what? Who knew there is such a thing as a sleep coach? And we have one in the studio, Rebecca Vigelius. Thank you for coming in. Did I say it correct?
You said it just perfectly.
Yes. What is a sleep coach?
Well, sleep and stress management are actually the two things that I do for people because
I need you.
we need help. Here's the thing, sleep and stress management are both skills that you can learn. But sometimes we don't know how, we don't know where to start. So if we're not doing well or we're having difficulty with one of those, we need some help. And so that's where I come in.
What are some of the biggest mistakes we make when it comes to sleep?
How long we got here?
Top 4.
When it comes to sleep, so a lot of times we get up in the morning, we rush through our day, we get to the end of the day and we think, okay, it's time to go to bed, I'm just gonna go to sleep. But we haven't done anything throughout the day to let our body know that it's okay to be calm. So that's where the stress comes in, the stress management part. So a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that sleep should just come to them very naturally, very easily. And that's one of the things that I typically work on with clients is kind of how are you spending your day so that your sleep can be better at night?
Let's talk about the effects of screen time right before bed.
Yeah.
We all do it. We say we don't do it, but we do it.
We do
Don't
it.
we?
Yeah.
Even I do it sometimes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, darn. One of the biggest things with screens is that light, and that's blue light specifically, what it does is it blunts your melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone we need for our bodies to go to sleep. So if you're looking at light, if you're looking closely at your phones, that blue light, close to bedtime, it's going to blunt that melatonin, which we need. The other big thing is people often tend to keep their lights on in the house until right before they go to bed. You come to my house after dinner time, the lights are dim. The bedroom is dim. I've got my salt lamp going. I've got the blinds closed.
Yeah.
Light needs to be dim in the evening is a big, important part of sleep.
Linda and I talk,
Calm
totally. But Linda and I talk about it all the time, and we did earlier in the show actually, about how we can get to sleep.
But
Then
then
we wake
whoop,
up.
3
And
o'clock
then-
in the morning.
Right? What do we do when we wake in the middle? Why is it that part of our brain in the middle of the night is catastrophizing life, right?
I will
it's like,
solve
I
the
can't.
nuclear codes right now, yeah.
Right? It comes back again to that during the day, we are putting a lot of stress on our brains, our minds, and we go to bed, we're tired, so we might fall asleep, but then at some point we wake up. Waking up in the middle of the night is normal. Let me just say that. A
Good.
lot of people think, oh gosh, I woke up in the middle of the night. When it becomes a problem is when we wake up in the middle of the night and then we have trouble. It's taking us 30, 40, an hour to get back to sleep. And that's often because your mind is racing. Your
So what do we
mind is
do?
racing
Yeah.
because your cortisol levels are up.
Spiking.
And so one of the things you can do is before bed, start to think about if you have thoughts racing, start journaling out those thoughts. What is running through your mind? Write that down, release it. I just heard a really great tip actually about thinking about yourself by a stream. Okay, so it comes down to mindfulness. So think of yourself by a stream. What are those things that are gonna wake you up in the middle of the night? You can do this in the middle of the night as well. Take those worries, put them on a leaf and let them run down the stream. It's all about mindfulness and releasing that stress.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm already going to take all of these tips. We have a website. You have
Yes.
a brand new one. Tell us what it is.
I do, yeah. It's simply RebeccaVigelius.com.
There it is.
Yeah.
Grab your pencil.
and hang out.
Gonna hire you
RebeccaVigelius.com.
to be a sleep coach.
We need her. We do. We need her.
Got a scratchy throat.
You have a glass. You have a sip of your wine, and I'll tell you. Thank you,
Excuse me.
Rebecca. Coming up next, who pours acid in a playground? What the hell is wrong with people is straight ahead. Plus, we have a couple of viewing parties that we want to talk to. Cindy, you are one of our biggest fans, Cindy and Burnaby. Thank you for tuning into Steele and Vance. And also we have Suzette. I graduated from high school with Suzette. She reached
Hi,
out to
Suzette.
me. She loves our show. Thank you for watching. And if you want to be a part of our viewing party, here's how you can get involved. You can just @ us on our social media, or you can hit us up on our emails at CHEKmedia.ca. Steele at CHEKmedia or Vance at CHEKmedia.ca. We're back in a moment.